Hello sewing friends, this is a really quick vlog episode to tell you about the pattern that the lovely Nikki sent me, and I'll link her YouTube channel below, for the Busy Bee Sewing Challenge. Now if you haven't seen, there's a whole playlist. Christine of Gemini Stitches and I do an intro vlog so you can find out what I'm talking about. The other lovely challengers have already shared their patterns. I'm a bit behind the times, but don't worry, I've still got 10 days to get it made. So let me show you today what the lovely Nikki sent me and my plans for it. Okay, very quickly, I'll just tell you what I'm wearing. So I have on the Fancy Tiger Crafts 1 hour top, which I can guarantee you, once you've made it once, it takes less than an hour. And some lilac wide leg trousers. Sorry, there is a fly in here and it's driving me crazy. It keeps coming to my face. Hello, if you're welcome new, by the way. I'm Sam and you Sequin Girly. So I was sent a pattern, and what was so nice about the pattern I was sent is the lovely Nikki watched a lot of my vlog episodes to help her work out what would be a good pattern for me, and that was extremely thoughtful because, as you all know, I love to make things that I'm actually going to wear, and although I like a challenge and I'm happy to make a toile that I might not wear, it's really nice to have something that can become useful in my wardrobe. So she sent me this, which is an Ellie & Mac pattern. Now I have to admit I've never sewn an Ellie & Mac pattern, and it's the puff sleeve peplum dress bodysuit pattern. So it's quite a long name and it says mix and match. So I've had a look. It's a really versatile pattern. They remind me a little bit of Pattern Emporium in that you get lots of variations, and this one goes from bodysuit to top to dress, and of course you know I love a good sleeve. There's a puff sleeve in it, so there's all sorts. And what I also like is on the back page of the pattern you get loads of inspo. I think they call it the brag page of all the different ones that people have made. How great is that? Because sometimes you want to see the pattern on different bodies to help you decide. So I've had a good look, and although I love a dress, I did say on a recent summer plans that I would like to make a bodysuit. So I have had a good read of the instructions, and the instructions are photographs, which I like as well in most instances, including like actual pictures of clips on there, which you don't often get, do you? If you've made an Ellie & Mac pattern, I'd love to know your thoughts on them. And I've read through it all. We've got the same style ruched sleeve as like Attilly and the Buttons do. And it goes very clearly through which instructions are for which part. I also like that it tells you which pieces you need depending on which variation you're making. It's a nice fit test here as well, and I love it when you get, particularly when I get new patterns, I do get the booklets printed now because it's just helpful to get sort of to know that designer and that pattern designer. So if you're printing them by pages as well, it also tells you what exact pages to print, and I like that because then you don't waste paper printing the bits you don't need. I had mine AO printed though, because at the point when I had it printed I didn't know. So I have decided for my first make to go with the bodysuit. There is more than one variation for the bodysuit as well. So there is a faux wrap version. Let me get to it. Sorry about all the rustling. So you've got wrap front bodysuit, and then you've got scoop neck or turtleneck. So I'm going to go scoop neck, not wrap front. I haven't actually counted how many variations there are, but I'm definitely going to go bodysuit, scoop neck, and I thought about what I was going to make. Now sometimes I will launch in, but I think because it's a bodysuit I'm going to do a toile. And I grabbed this gorgeous jersey from the Little Legs sale, £5 a metre. It's like a bamboo jersey, and the instructions say it's best to have 4-way stretch, because obviously you've got it that way, and the bodysuit, because you don't want it being drapey. So I've checked this. It's definitely got stretch in both directions, lots that way, some that way, and it does explain that you want it with 50% or less, because if it's got more than 50% stretch, it could end up being baggy. If less stretch, then the garment will fit tighter and will not drape as well. So it's about that sort of getting the right stretch. But because I'm going to do a toile the first go, I'm prepared that I might end up having to cut it into a t-shirt or something. So I had a really good read of the measurements, the sizes, and looking at this, I like to mark on now for myself. So I'm going to go for a medium at the bust, out to a large at the waist and bottom. I've got a very round bottom, so it's better because no one wants that cutting in and getting in places that you don't want it. Some people like to say a hungry bottom. So I'm definitely going large at that area. This pattern goes from an XXS to a 7XL. So that's from a bust of 29 to a bust of 67. A waist of 23.5 to a 63-inch waist. So it's got a really good range of sizes, I think. It tells you what you need and fabric requirements. Now I'm pretty surprised that for a medium to large bodysuit you need 2 meters. We'll see about that. I have an average length torso. It's not my torso that makes me like petite, so I won't adjust for that. If I am happy with adjustments in that version, then I have this. Now if I don't have enough, things like the gusset, who doesn't love saying that word, it's not my favourite word, I've got this. I bought this as a remnant in Brighton, but if I haven't got enough of it, I could make like the back in black, or some of the lower pieces that aren't seen because they're in trousers in black jersey. Because obviously pieces wise, sorry, more rustling, when I looked at the making of it, you've got 2 back pieces, so I could always do one in the pattern, one in the black, if I to be creative, if I'm short on pieces. And then, as I say, when you get to the gusset, so I'm going to get to the right page. The editing out of me flicking through the book many times. Right, here we go. Bodysuit placket. You've got these pieces, these funny little small pieces that go at the bottom. So they could be done in a different colour jersey as well, because they wouldn't be seen because they're tucked under your body. And some very good up close photos of what to do with those. So there's definitely options to get it out of this gorgeous fabric if I get to that, because I love it. So thank you very much to Nikki. If you've made this pattern, I would love to hear your hints and tips. If you've made any kind of bodysuit and you think there's some good hints and tips that you've got, let me know. I'm really thinking about the kind of poppers I want, because obviously they need to be comfortable. I had thought about it making it swimsuit style, but then that's really traumatic for going to the toilet. So I'm going to be brave and do the poppers, but I'm thinking carefully about what size. Probably need to be quite small ones to make them comfortable when you're sitting. And also, if you have ever used Ellie and Mac patterns and there's any like great sew alongs or anything you know about, I would love to hear that too. I'm pleased to say the printout is in colour, so it makes it easier to track the sizes you are cutting. So 31st of July, we will all be revealing on Wednesday the 31st of July our finished makes with our verdict. So hang in there, because in about 10 days time you will find out, unless you're watching this afterwards, and then you will be able to just hop straight over and see what happened. And we'll then be on to challenge 2 after that. So I hope you're having a great week, and I will catch you again soon. Bye.